Converting non-decimal fractions into percentages. As we explained in tutorial 3.5, not all fractions can be turned into decimal ones. For example, 2 out of 3 cannot become a decimal fraction, as 10 divided by 3 is equal to 3.333, 100 divided by 3 is equal to 33.333, etc. Therefore, in many cases it is impossible to find an exact value when converting a non-decimal fraction into decimal, so we use the approximations, which allow us to stop at the desired number of decimal places. Thus, if we consider the fraction 5/9, the corresponding division is 5 divided by 9, which gives the value 0.555, which is a recurring decimal. Hence, it is up to the individual when he/she wants to stop by applying known rounding practices. It is very common that in these cases that the question clearly states the answer must be to a specific amount of significant figures, which are the meaningful digits in the value. A number of 3 significant figures usually corresponds to 1 decimal place in percentages that are between 10% and 100%, 2 decimal places for percentages that are between 1% and 10%, 3 decimal places for percentages below 1% and no decimal places for percentages that are higher than 100%. In this way, we obtain the following shown on screen. Therefore, if we want to express the previous number as a percentage, we obtain the following shown on screen. Example 1. Write the following fractions as percentages, in 3 significant figures. A. 2/7. B. 13/9. C. 3/43. D. 1 out of 402. Solution 1. First, we write all fractions as decimals by rounding them to 3 significant figures, then we express the decimals obtained as fractions. Given that all the fractions represent recurring decimals, they have the same group of digits, called period, that repeats periodically. Therefore, in all examples we will stop after the first period, before the rounding process takes place, unless the period has more than 1 digit. Thus, we have the following shown on screen. The advantage of expressing fractions as percentages is evident when encountering daily life situations like the one presented in the following on screen. Example 2. 1,247 people participated in a poll where, out of 4 possible answers, A, B, C and D, 329 people chose A as their answer, 217 chose B, 340 chose C, 168 chose D and the rest were undecided or refused to respond. Calculate the corresponding percentages for each category. Express the answers to 3 significant figures. Solution 2. The participants in the poll who answered A were 329 out of 1,247 people. Therefore, we have people who answered A equals 329 out of 1,247. We have the following shown on screen. People who answered B equals 217 out of 1,247. We have the following shown on screen. People who answered C equals 340 out of 1,247. We have the following shown on screen. People who answered D equals 168 out of 1,247. We have the following shown on screen. The number of people who didn't respond or were undecided is calculated by subtracting all the previous categories from the total. Thus, we have the following shown on screen. Let's find the percentage of participants in the poll these people represent. We have the following shown on screen. These results are not far from the truth. Any deflection is due to rounding. Thus, adding all the previous percentages, which normally must equal 100%, we have the following shown on screen. Which, however, is a satisfactory result. Obviously, if the rounding were more accurate, at more decimal places, the result would be closer to 100%. That is all for lesson 5.2.3. To continue this tutorial, please watch 5.2.4, Converting Percentages into Fractions and Decimals. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to keep up to date with new videos. For more information, calculators, and tutorials, please visit www.icalculator.info.